yet, but it was a used Beetle 2008 and convertible, and I just was thinking about a trade-in, but I really haven't. I was just more like fishing to find out what was the total value of my car, because I know obviously as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates, and it's a 2007, so I know, it's not obviously going to be worth.
Absolutely. Question for you. Can you just go over the details again? You have a 2007 Beetle, correct?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what model options and, anything that you could tell me about the vehicle would help?
Yeah, it's leather, heated seats, CD player, AM, FM radio,
okay, what color is it?
free output, black.
It's black. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Now, how many miles are on the vehicle?
62,000.
Okay, so it's 62,000. Now, question for you. Do you owe any money on that vehicle?
No.
That's also very cool. Okay. Now, how would you rate that vehicle? Again, excellent, good, fair?
It's really in great condition. The only thing is the antenna on the top, some of those black antennas, it's kind of vertical. Yeah. That kind of fell off, and it's kind of been taped back on. Okay. And that is the only, the radio works great. There's no problem with the function of the radio, but the antenna is obviously broken. It's flawed. But I have it taped back.
Jamie, wait a minute. If you have a 2007, the worst that you could tell me is just an antenna, girl, I think we're in business here. Okay, now, just pretend you're going to sell the vehicle to me, all right? Like, I'm in the market to buy the vehicle. What's the best reason why I should buy the vehicle from you?
Because I've maintained it well, and I think it's never been in an accident, and if you did a Carfax or you did some kind of report on it, you would see that it's never been in a collision.
Okay.
I've never had, if you look at the service reports, it's always been maintenance and serviced on time with the appropriate services that are needed in terms of oil change. I've never gone to any other service place, with the exception of the tires. I've always gone to Volkswagen dealership for my service.
Okay, I got a question for you now, and this is very, very important. Are you a smoker or non-smoker?
I'm a non-smoker.
Okay. You might not even believe this, but on the internet...
I do smoke, but I don't smoke in my car.
Well, that's all I care about.
Very light smoking, very light.
Okay, but as far as the vehicle is concerned, non-smoker. See, what's funny is that...
yeah, there's not even an ashtray in the car.
God bless you. Listen, for us, we sell a tremendous amount of vehicles over the internet, and it's crazy because people with the internet can come from out of state, and they'll drive for specific vehicles, especially with vehicles like a Beetle. And one of the biggest things that people ask us always is it a non-smoker, is it in good condition, etc. And I didn't even have to bait you. You said it all yourself, that you service the vehicle appropriately and you do all the right things. Now, have you gone online to like maybe Kelley Blue Book or any of these other sites to... Okay, great.
And I typed it in, and it says, and this is where I was not amazingly happy. Of course, they can't pinpoint the exact amount.
Right.
Give you a range, and the range was like 7,800 to 10,000, some obscure 500. So, that really didn't tell me very much because it could be anywhere from the low end of $7,000 to the high end of 10,500, and I'm a teacher, so I kind of have to. I'm looking at my finances tonight, actually, to see if this is something that's doable.
Wait a minute. Okay, listen, these are like nuggets you're dropping me. You're a teacher. Are you teaching high school, elementary? There's a reason I'm asking.
Elementary.
Okay, well, I don't know if you know, but we actually have a program with our community, depending if you're a law enforcement, officer, if you're a firefighter, etc. Our organization, we really support the community. So if you work in certain fields, such as law enforcement, medical, or teachers, we actually have, Maxwell dollars that go above and beyond, for the purchase of your next vehicle. Or, in this case, if you're looking to trade in a vehicle, we actually go over a lot on your trade. I don't know if you knew that, again, that's something that we do because we are a family-owned and operated, business, and we do respect everybody that tries to contribute to the community. Did you know that?
Yeah, where are you located?
Okay. We're in Burlington.
North Carolina. Carolina?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Lord, that's a drive. Okay.
How far is it?
Okay.
Hold on for 1 second. I've got somebody here that's our direction specialist.
It's not that far.
How far approximately?
About an hour.
It's about an hour and a half. Now listen, you sound like a very, sharp woman, and what you just said to me hit me hard about, being careful about your dollars and, you being a teacher. Now, respectfully, I think teachers should make a heck of a lot more than they do, but they usually don't make about $500 an hour, do they? No.
No.
Okay,
No.
so here's the thing, though, is that by coming to us, if we allot for your trade, yes, it might be an hour and a half to get here, but you might be able to pick up an extra $500. I mean, like, we are not going to have you come all the way to our dealership just so you don't buy a vehicle or so you're not blown away by an amazing deal on your trade. Does that make sense?
Well, yes, that does make sense, but could you tell me what you think you could give me for my car? I know you haven't seen it yet, but what do you think?
Can I tell you something? I definitely could do the absolute best I can, but I will say this. My wife and I just went through this about her diamond ring, her engagement ring. If we were looking to turn around, she wants to upgrade her engagement ring. Now, on a personal level, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that's what I actually bought her when we got engaged, yada yada. But she says I gotta, upgrade her. So when we turned around, we were looking for a new ring. I was calling around, kind of like you were, for a car, and I was like, okay, she's got like a 1¼ carat, princess cut diamond. I was like, how much for a trade? They looked at me, they obviously was on the phone, but they were like, are you serious? We can't turn around and just, give you a price over the phone over a diamond, because there's different color clarities, there's different, perfections, imperfections, etc. No, I'm not just using that as like a stupid response.
No, I totally understand that. I knew that was kind of like an outfield question. But
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. But basically what you want to do is this. You don't want to just waste your time driving, coming here, coming there. I hear you. If you go on Kelley Blue Book, the whole power of the internet, it allows, some type of, guidelines. It's not like you're going to come here and they're going to be like, oh no, out of left field. You are probably exactly where they are, between 8-10 grand, maybe even more depending on the condition of the vehicle. If what you're telling me is true, which you have no reason to lie to me, is that, you maintain the vehicle thoroughly, you have the proper maintenance, a clean Carfax, and you're a non-smoker, and by the way, you do good things in your teacher, I don't see why our store would not really go above and beyond. I mean, that's just being honest with you. This economy is not the best in the world. If somebody's looking to buy a vehicle, believe me, we're not going to stand in your way of purchasing a car.
Right, but this particular car where I'm looking was like 17,000 and some change, and to me that was it seemed like it was, depending on what I get from my car, it seems like it might be within my budget.
No, it would be even more in your budget, because I don't know if you know what this means, but you also have the tax break savings. And what that means is, let's just say hypothetically you get like 8 or 10,000 on your trade, and the vehicle that you're trying to buy is 17,000, what have you. You don't get taxed on the full 17 grand. You only get taxed on the difference. So again, let's say the vehicle is only 7 grand. I'm just using a number for math purposes.
Right, sure.
You only get taxed on 10 grand, not 17 grand. If the vehicle is 10 grand, you only get taxed on the difference. So on top of getting an amazing deal, you also get the tax break savings. Does that make sense?
It does. It makes total sense.
Yeah, and I guess, that's pretty much where I'm at. And I'm looking at this right here. We would love the opportunity to at least take a look at your vehicle. You got to understand something. The way that car dealerships work is this: not only do we make money on the cars that we sell, but when we take in trades, we obviously clean it up, we detail it, it goes through an inspection, and then we put a profit margin there and we try to sell it. So just like anything else, we're not going to buy a vehicle at full retail because we're not going to make any money on it. But again, so
obviously, yeah.
But my point being is that we're always looking for vehicles. Now, if I was telling you, hey, listen, you've got a Ford Explorer or something like that, then I wouldn't be completely realistic, because we're not a Ford dealer, but we are a VW dealership, and what we look for are awesome trade-ins so we could turn around and mark them up and make, a living. So what I'm saying is, I think...
Do you have a Beetle convertible for 17,000?
Stand by for a second while I check that out. Hold on for a minute. What type of, you said a convertible, but you had a particular color in mind? I know you have a black now.
No, I mean, I really don't. I just, the one place that I'm thinking about going, which I'm not going to disclose, but that place had a black one, so.
Okay, well, now, are you looking for a pre-owned one or a brand new one?
Probably pre-owned, because I don't think I can afford a new one.
Okay, now, again, you've had this 07 and you bought it as a brand new, or did you buy that pre-owned?
that again. I'm sorry.
You had this 2004, correct? I'm sorry, 2007. You bought that brand new, or did you buy that pre-owned?
Brand new.
Okay, brand new. Here's the thing that we can do. As far as a brand new vehicle goes, we could get, the exact vehicle that you're looking for. I mean, we're a franchise. Now, as far as pre-owns go, I'm looking at our inventory right now. Hold on for a second. Talk to me.
We had a Beetle right there, 2009.
Okay, we have a 2009, but the question is
It's
this...
gone.
Okay.
It's not convertible.
It's not convertible. Hold on for 1 second. I've got my people right here that are helping me out with this.
Okay.
Okay, we do not have a convertible in stock, but what we can do is we're part of the used car factory network, like all kidding aside. You ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay, what happens is we're partnered with wholesalers, banks, and auctions. We're able to get you, pretty much any vehicle that you're looking for. I mean, with the whole power of the internet, how cool is that if you think about it? Like, you didn't even know who we were, and you're in Virginia, Rocky Mountain, is that correct?
Right.
And we're in Burlington, North Carolina, and we're on the phone together on a vehicle that, it's a Beetle. I mean, that's the whole power of the internet. So all you got to do is if you say, Sean, look, my name's Sean again, by the way. If you say, look, I'm looking, pleasure. If you're saying you're looking for, I'm looking for convertible, I'm looking for this guidelines, we can get it for you. If it exists in the Northeast region in the United States, we can get it. You got to realize, there's no way that we'll be able to have every single model make in stock. And that's back in the 60s. Nowadays, with the power of the internet, it's a phone call or a mouse click away.
Right.
But from what I'm understanding correctly, it's basically the trade is the big issue. If you turn around and you can't get enough for the trade, or it doesn't matter, what the vehicle is, because it's not going to happen, correct?
Exactly. If I don't feel that the trade is worthy and I don't feel that I'm getting what I want, then I wouldn't even consider it, because I have a certain budget that I'm working with, and I know I keep my car in good condition, and I don't want to haggle with people, but at the same time, I'm not gonna take a price when I know my car's worth more.
No, Jamie, I totally understand. Listen, if I was able to get you the absolute best deal, I would never, and I would never expect you to buy a vehicle from us. It wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so let's go back here, just so I know what Kelley Blue Book had said, just so I could turn around and I have a mental clear and I can say, look, we're very close. If everything you say is correct, we're right on target. What were you looking for your trade?
I was looking to get 10,000, but 10,500, that's just a bonus.
Okay, now a question. I'm gonna go a little bit further than what most people do, simply because you would be coming from a distance away, and out of respect for that, I want to just educate you a little bit. The way that a car deal works is it's not just the vehicle that you have. For example, let's say your trade is only worth, let's say, $9,000. I'm not saying that at all. It might be worth $11,000 for God knows. But let's say it's worth $9,000. What happens is this: if I've got a vehicle, especially pre-owned, vehicles might cost anywhere from $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in profit. I might be able to turn around and get you that vehicle that you're looking for. At the end of the day, it's not really, from what I'm understanding, you don't really care what the trade-in is. You want to be able to trade your car in and get like a $17,000 vehicle or $18,000 vehicle. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay, so then we're on the same page. For me be able to go to the next step with you, what I need to be able to do is I have to see the car. And I don't want to even infer a lie and say, yeah, I'll give you $11,000 or $9,000 or $8,000 over the phone, because then I want to be able to look at you. God forbid, if I'm ever in Rocky Mount, Virginia, I don't want to have to cross the street if I see you. You know what I mean?
Right, I gotcha.
So,
now, is there any way? I really appreciate the information you've given me, and is there any way you can just call me back? I just left school, so could you call me back so we can discuss this a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. What time would you be available later on tonight?
Probably around 7.
Okay, 7 o'clock. Now, I have your phone number as the 540. Is this your cell phone number?
Yes.
Okay, and is this the best number to contact you at?
It is.
All right, perfect. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a little research, and I will give you a call back at 7 o'clock, and I'll have a bunch more information for you, okay?
Sounds great. I'll speak to you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Bye.